I was involved in Big Brother Big Sisters of Mass Bay, particularly the BC Franklin Field program. So went through the application process, decided to be committed to a couple hours every month, and was matched with an 11-year-old. And then over the course of 4 years, I just kind of saw him grow as this little shy kid from Dorchester, and he became this young gentleman who was mature and confident. But not only just him growing and me being a role model for him, but he was also a role model for myself. So whatever I was putting in or what I was showing him my experiences, I was looking at a reflection of me. But myself at an 11-year-old living in a different community. Patience is probably the most thing I've taken out of being a BC big, but also out of BC. Through college, you have to make smart decisions, tough decisions, whether it's academics or social life, or trying to balance it all out. But one thing I've really learned is that relationships, they take time. So over the 4 years, I finally got a good relationship with my little brother. So doing service at BC Bigs, but also majoring in sociology, I really like to be engaged with a community that's not what I'm used to. But realizing that they're really the same people. We're all human, and I really just enjoyed being, in a service program at BC and really serving men and women for others.
I was raised in the Hindu belief. I was not really exposed to Christianity very much growing up. So I obviously had major reservations about coming to a Jesuit institution where Catholicism was probably going to be the predominant religion. I was happily surprised when I actually got here though. I saw more of a spiritual overlay as opposed to a strong Christian overlay, and that enabled me to engage in conversations about my own religion and create some interreligious dialogue, which was dramatically amplified when going to a retreat on campus. In the retreat, we talked about God in the Christian sense, but it really exposed me to the beauties of the religion and forced me to focus inward and start questioning my own religion, and that brought me to delving deeper and deeper and finding the beauty in the Hindu philosophy and the Hindu theology, and ultimately made me closer with my family and how I talk to them about Hinduism, and closer to coming to a conclusion about my relationship with God in general.
I first got involved in CRS Ambassadors in Catholic Relief Services this past year. It was a new program at BC, and when I heard that CRS was going to open a chapter at BC, I immediately wanted to sign up because I knew that they had been working in Nicaragua for a long, long time, and I thought it could be a way for me to feel a connection to home while being here. Because coming into BC, that was one of the things I was most afraid of, being so far away from home and forgetting where I came from, or just feeling completely lost here and lacking that connection to home. So I thought CRS would be a perfect way to feel like I'm doing something that relates to Nicaragua, even though I'm here in Boston. So far, we organized a bunch of events for a first-year organization. For the earthquake in Nepal, we were able to raise $10,000 in half a day, which was amazing. We thought we were going to need 2 days, and we weren't sure whether we were going to make it to the goal, but in half a day, we literally raised $10,000, and that just showed how much our work paid off and how the things we planned in that little conference room in MAC could have effects on places across the globe. So through CRS, I was able to find a community of people who cared about the same issues that I cared about, who were just as passionate about the same kind of things that I was passionate about, and that really made a difference for me, to find a community of people that I could work with, that I could share stories with, that we could commit to the same causes. Because, as I mentioned before, that was one of the things that I was kind of afraid of coming at BC, of feeling lost and out of place because I'm so far away from home and I'm from a different culture. So finding a group of people who were actually interested in the same things as I was, and also cared about making a difference in Nicaragua, but also in other parts of the world, that was truly that really helped me find my place at BC.
Through For Boston in campus ministry, I've been exposed to many communities around BC other than just staying inside the BC bubble. With For Boston, there is a reflection aspect of 4 hours a week in the community and 1 hour on campus. That 1 hour with the other 11 students in my For Boston group has let me reflect and really reevaluate my own friendships and relationships and how I see myself as a friend and as a roommate and as an older sister, things that I'd never truly reflected on before being a part of For Boston. I think about the things that I say to my friends in my room and bring things that I've said in my For Boston reflection to back to my single or back to my double in Walsh or on Williams and Co-Row. So I've loved being a part of For Boston, and I think it's been an incredibly formative part of my 3 years of BC.
So freshman year, I knew that I kind of had to find my religion for myself. No, my mom was not going to make me go to Mass with her on Sunday. My friends maybe weren't going to want to come with me. So I did Newton Trinity Church, went to Sunday Mass at 9 o'clock. But again, religion really took a spot on the back burner until sophomore year, when I remembered out of the blue one day that I had gone on Kairos and led Kairos in high school. And since I remembered that, I thought I might want to apply to lead, and maybe that would help kickstart my faith again. So I led in the second semester of sophomore year, and I learned a lot about myself through the people that I was leading Kairos with. I learned that my faith will be hard and I'm going to have to work on it every day. It's not something that you can just have. Like relationships, they take a lot of work. I was starting to realize that it wasn't really the religious aspects of my faith that were growing stronger. It was more of the spirituality. I saw God in everyone around me. That year and that summer, I saw good in everyone around me, and that was really nice to see. And I saw good in myself. Through Kairos and other campus ministry programs, I have really grown as an individual in my spirituality, in my ideas of social justice, in my faith, in my Catholic traditional faith. I just think there's a lot of lessons that I've gained from these programs that you can't get with intramural volleyball or Friday nights with your friends or in class. Going into my last year here, I know that I'm where I want to be, and I have campus ministry to thank for that.
I came to BC kind of just like gonna get involved with everything, gonna do like whatever I can, but I did not get involved with the Appalachian program until my sophomore year. I was very hesitant going into BC in general, coming into like a religious school, because I'm not someone who's like super religious, but I found that everything that we were doing was super accessible during nightly reflections, like finding God and the love we see in the community and just the various different people we meet while in the Appalachian region, while serving others. We see like so many examples of God's love, and that really like resonated with me. I find that APA is the community that like of friends that I wanted to have when coming to BC, and I just didn't know it. It inspires me to have better conversations with my friends and develop my relationships back at BC better because of the types of conversations that I had while on the service trip. I think that was really important to get to know myself through opening up to others.